Good morning, my name is Dr. Trent, and today's video is regarding to a coronary calcium score. What is a coronary calcium score? Well, after some of the tests that we did when it comes to my regular blood work, for example, in January, my hemoglobin A1C was at 6.3, so that classified me as pre-diabetic. And I know for the past 20 or 30 years, I haven't eaten really well. Of course, I eat a lot of processed food, a lot of junk food, extremely high carbohydrate with my breakfast, like cereals, orange juice, apple juice. So like I say, I know for the past 20 or 30 years, I haven't been eating very well. So since my hemoglobin A1C was a little bit high, my next step is I wanted to do what's called a calcium score. And what that is basically is a CT scan. It has the amount of same radiation exposure as when a lot of female patients get their mammogram done. So the radiation exposure is very, very low. But what that does is a scan of my heart arteries to check to see if I have any plaques. So with the calcium score, it will not show soft plaque. It will only show hard plaque. What I mean by hard plaque? Hard plaque is referring to when it's basically when you have an injury to your heart arteries, and with time, it can calcify. So that's the reason why they call this a calcium score. So when you get a calcium score, it will only shows up if it's calcified. So here's an example of how a calcium score test looks like. So as you can clearly see, this is a CT machine. You just lay flat on your back. You don't have to undress or anything like that at all. They would place 4 electrodes to basically test your heart rhythm. So it takes about, 5 to 7 minutes. And some of the instruction that they're going to ask you to do is hold your breath and then breathe for about 2-3 times. So the whole entire process right here takes about 5 or 7 minutes. So now I wanted to share with you my results. So I had a calcium score done on May 9th, which was last Friday. And unfortunately, my score did turn out to be 0. Ideally, I was hoping mine was 0. So it could range from 1 to 400. My calcium score is at 50. So not good, but then at the same time, guys, you see, even though what I have been doing, I don't have high blood pressure. My insulin is not bad at all. My triglyceride is not bad at all. My HDL has been very good. So as a result, guys, even though all of my blood marker not too bad, but I realized that, hey, the past 20 or 30 years, I know I haven't been eating very good and very high consumption of carbohydrates. As a result, I did have some injuries, some damage to my inflammation on my arteries. As a result, when it comes to coronary score, my score was at 50. Like I say, it could range from 1 to 400. So mine right now, what does that mean? At 50, it's just a very mild plaque. So if my score was like at 100 or more, my next step would probably be ordering a CT angiogram. And basically with the CT angiogram, what that does is that they would probably inject a dye and basically will let me know if I have a blockage and basically impeding my flow. When it comes to calcium score, it does not show you how narrow your artery is or if you have a blockage flow. It just shows you that you have plaques. So what does that mean for me now? As you can clearly see, because based on this test, it even motivates me also now to eat better and to continue the lifestyle changes that I did. And maybe in a year, I will probably be doing another calcium score to see where my number is at now. So based on the calcium score, it will break you down to several details. Like my left main artery, my score is at 5. My left anterior descending is at 32. And this one is referred to as the widowmaker, guys. Most of the heart attack, when you have your first heart attack, if it's 100% blocked, it's usually involved with the left anterior descending artery. That's why this is referred to as the widowmaker. My left circumflex artery is at 0, and my right coronary artery as 13. and my posterior descending artery is 0. So what does that mean? Meaning that when we take the scan, those arteries shows up some calcification. So my first one with my left main artery is this one right here. I have a score of 5. And now on the left anterior descending artery, my calcium score is at 32. And then the other one is the right coronary artery, which is my score is at 13. So as you can clearly see, guys, don't guess. Get it tested. This test depends on certain imaging center, ranges around $200, but I did found other places that charge only $100 for calcium score. Unfortunately, a lot of family doctor will not order a calcium score, or also insurance won't pay for it, because as you remember, health insurance mainly only wanted to pay for treatment, but not for prevention. And why is it a lot of the family doctor doesn't want to order this is because they may not be exposed to it. And typically, a lot of time, your doctor, especially when it comes to cardiologists, is the one that order this. But as you can clearly see, you can ask your family doctor to order this. And like I said, it's not very long, and it only costs like less than $200 if you have to pay out of pocket. But it's just a great way to see if how your heart artery is. So hopefully with this imaging and with my score, I really wanted to share with everybody to get this test. It's not very expensive, but now since you know what's going on, it also motivates me to continue my dietary changes and my lifestyle changes. See you in the next video.